What is divergent thinking? Have you ever wondered why kids can think of 100 ways to play with a cardboard box while we just see a box? Aha! That's divergent thinking. If you're raising kids or simply want to help them develop a flexible, creative mind, then this is exactly what we're going to chat about today. Divergent thinking. It's not just random thoughts. First things first, what is divergent thinking? Simply put, it's the ability to come up with multiple solutions to a problem. Imagine you have a paperclip. Most of us would use it for, well, clipping papers. But someone with strong divergent thinking skills might come up with 100 different uses, turning it into a keychain, a phone stand, a temporary lockpick, or even a tiny piece of handmade jewelry. What's interesting is that divergent thinking isn't just some random thought process, it can actually be measured. Researchers have found that individuals who score high in divergent thinking tests tend to be more creative. And this plays a crucial role in a child's cognitive development. Kids are naturally creative, so why do we lose this ability over time? The good news is that most children are born with strong divergent thinking skills. Especially during the preschool years. Kids are naturally imaginative and creative. If you've ever seen your child turn a spoon into a magic wand or a pillow into a spaceship, congratulations, your little one has a highly flexible mind. But here's the unfortunate part. As kids grow older, typically around ages 8 to 10, their divergent thinking abilities start to decline. Why does this happen? One major reason is our education system and how we teach problem solving. As kids grow, they are often encouraged to find one correct answer rather than exploring multiple possibilities. Over time, we become more focused on memorization rather than creative thinking. Divergent thinking versus convergent thinking. Do we need both? Now, you might be wondering, so, is divergent thinking everything? Or do kids need convergent thinking as well? The answer is, they need both. Think about inventing a water-powered car. With divergent thinking, you might come up with hundreds of creative ideas. But without convergent thinking, you wouldn't be able to evaluate and refine those ideas into something practical. Scientists, inventors, and anyone working in creative fields use both types of thinking. Divergent thinking helps them generate fresh, bold ideas. Convergent thinking helps them assess which ideas are realistic and useful. How can we help kids maintain and develop their divergent thinking? The great news is that you can absolutely help your child strengthen their divergent thinking. Even better, it's not difficult. You just need to make a few small adjustments in how you interact with them daily. 1. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of asking yes, no questions like, "Do you like this food?" which can only be answered with a yes or no. Try asking, "If you could change one thing about this dish, what would it be? If this chair could talk, what do you think it would say?" These types of questions encourage kids to think in different directions and generate unique ideas. 2. Encourage creative play. Let your child engage in imaginative play, role-playing, drawing, building with Lego, playing with clay. These activities encourage creative thinking without rigid rules. 3. Avoid judging your child's ideas too quickly. One reason divergent thinking declines over time is because kids fear being wrong. When a child comes up with a seemingly odd idea, don't dismiss it, encourage them to explore it further. For example, if your child says, "I want to build a bridge out of balloons," instead of saying, "That's impossible," try asking, "Wow, that sounds exciting. How do you think we could make the bridge strong enough to hold weight?" This keeps their thinking open and allows them to expand on their creativity. 4. Expose them to different perspectives. One of the best ways to foster divergent thinking is by showing kids that the same problem can have multiple solutions. For example, if your child asks why the sky is blue, instead of giving a single scientific explanation, you could say, "Some people say it's because sunlight reflects off the atmosphere. But Grandpa says it's because the sun painted it that way. What do you think?" By presenting different perspectives, you help children develop the habit of thinking beyond a single viewpoint. 5. Let them experience failure. We often want to protect kids from failure. But in reality, failure is a critical part of developing divergent thinking. When children struggle, they are forced to problem, solve, experiment, and come up with new approaches, all of which enhance creativity. Final thoughts. A small change can lead to a big difference. Divergent thinking isn't some mystical talent reserved for artists or geniuses. It's a natural ability that all children have. We just need to nurture it and prevent it from fading over time. Remember, a child who can think divergently will have more opportunities for success in the future. Not just academically, but also in life, work, and relationships. And who knows, maybe because of the encouragement you give today, your child will actually invent a real life balloon bridge in the future.